Hi guys, me, Trev, again. It's good to see you. I want to thank you guys who viewing my videos, the last 2 or 3 videos. That's great. Don't forget you can comment. You can comment on the YouTube. Subscribe first and put a comment down there, and that's a good indication that you what you think of the videos, and if you want to tell me anything, that's fine. That's great. And yeah, last night I went to the cinema and to see a movie. It was a great movie. It's called White House Down. It's all about the president's White House in America, getting on during the lockdown situation, the conflict with the Middle East. So they were sending their jets over there to blow it up. I thought it was going to blow everybody up. But it's a really dramatic movie. Yeah, if you want to go and see it, go and see it, because it's a really good movie. That White House Down. Go and see it. I urge you. Yeah, and last night, actually tomorrow morning, I'm going to a concert to see an Irish tenor. His name is John McNally. Older folk will probably remember John McNally. He's an Irish tenor, singing good old Irish songs, and John goes way back. I mean, he used to have a TV show many years ago, way back in 1970, called The Tonight Show. Older folk will probably remember that. That show, The Tonight Show. John McNally used to host that. Younger folk won't remember because a lot of them were never born then. And so John's coming to Wangaratta tomorrow morning, yeah, and I'm going to see him, and I'll see if I can buy his CD as well. So I'll give a bit of a plug of that CD on YouTube within coming weeks. And yes, of course, I'll be advertising CDs in the coming weeks as well of other different musicians. And yeah, good. So today I'm going to advertise my own CD, my latest CD, which is called It's Good to See You Again. Yeah, that is my latest album. So you can see that. You can see that there. There it is. Picture of me with the guitar. It's good to see you again. It's a lovely album. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. And I'm going to sing a song from that album as well. And first, it's got 14 songs on the album. Welcome Home is the first song. It was a pretty big hit by Peters and Lee back in the mid-70s. And it was such a big hit. It was such a great song, and I loved it. I just loved it, so I recorded it. Then I wrote It's Good to See You Again. I wrote that back in 2000, I think, around about, and so that became the title of the album. There's a Star A-Watching, which is the third track, one of my old classics. Now, I recorded that on the cassette many years ago called Together, and that's going back in 1993, I think, around about that time. So now I've re-recorded it freshly. It's a great song. It's a bit of a disco feel in there. There's a Star A-Watching, because I wrote it because it's all about me being a star, or there are stars out there watching you perform on stage. There's a Star A-Watching. So all you young talented people out there, amateurs, don't worry, because there's stars out there watching you as well. Don't be worried. You're not alone. And then the fourth song, called Lovers in the Moon. It's a simple love song. All love songs are very easy to write, really are. Lovers in the Moon, well, it's like when the moon comes out at night, and it's a good time to make love. Then you got Pretty Little Cowgirl. Yep, it's been a popular song, that one, and when I first recorded that in 2001, I wanted to become a real country line dancing sort of a song, but it didn't have that line dancing feel in that recording then. So I re-recorded it for this new album to make it a bit more upbeat, to make it more line dancing. Yeah, So then they got a very sad song called As Tears Go By. It was actually written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones, but they wrote it, and of course there was a female singer singing it, recorded it. Nancy Sinatra recorded it as a singer, but I can't think of her name. But it was such a beautiful song. But actually, the reason why I recorded that is I want to dedicate that song to my very good friend Alfie James. Alfie James passed away this year in 2013. He was an excellent guitarist, well-respected guitarist, and a wonderful man. And I did hear that he was Lee Kernaghan's very first lead guitarist. So there you go, Alfie James. Alfie Shirello is his real name. It's a bit of a Spanish name, I guess. And he was a wonderful man too. So he used to sing that song too as well on stage. So I wanted to do that song. It's such a nice song. Then I wrote a song called Together in Love. Now this is a bit of a sequel to Lovers in the Moon, actually. Together in Love, well, it's as is. It's like that to everybody, isn't it? Come line dancing with me. Well, that's a real line dancing song, so that's a real goer. So if you're into line dancing, that's the one to play. Come line dancing with me. It's a really good song. Make sure you do dance. And then you got Airmail to Heaven. Well, it's another sad song. I first heard this song, Airmail to Heaven, by a group by the name of the Singing Kettles, Ross and Bill Kettle. They're based in Australia. They go back in the 60s, 70s. They were a wonderful group. Their harmonies are great, fantastic, their music. And there was three of them. There was Max as well, but he died. So they ended up with two, Bill and Ross Kettle. The Singing Kettles, yeah. They're a wonderful group, really were. I just wish they were still around today, singing. And they recorded Airmail to Heaven. And I thought, such a beautiful song, really is. And I wanted to write it. I wanted to record it, sorry. Yeah, it was written by Kay Westbury. So I don't know who Kay Westbury is. So is the person who wrote it. The Girl from Albury. I wrote The Girl from Albury because my mother came from Albury. She was born in Albury. And I spent a fair bit of time in Albury. And I thought, it's a wonderful place, it really was. Back in during the 80s, when I spent a lot of time in Albury. And I respected the town because of my mum was born there. So I just sort of wrote it out of my head on the corner of Dean and Keywar Street there. I met a girl that I used to meet. It's just a make-believe one, but it could happen. It could be true to anybody, really. So I respect people in Albury, really do. And then you got Julianne. I wrote Julianne, a little girl I used to dance with when I was in Shepparton, way back in the early 90s. And she took me. This little girl took me by the hand, wanted me to dance with her, and it's just a sweet thing, really was. And I haven't forgotten her, really. That's her name, Julianne. So that's a dedication to her, really. How do I know? Now the song called "How Do I Know." How do I know? How do I know that you think that I'm the person you want to be with? Sort of thing, How do I know that you love me? Sort of thing, that sort of thing. Well, I suppose you can only read your own mind. It's always body language, I suppose. That's a good little song. Do you hear what I hear? That's an old song. Do you hear what I hear? It's an old Andy Williams song that I dug up. I used to listen to that way back in the 60s when I was a kid, and it was sort of a Christmas song, really, and I still remember it to this day. Great song, wonderful song. And of course the late Andy Williams had passed away And then the album finishes off with a beautiful song called Any Dream Will Do. That was a big hit for Max Bygraves many years ago, and he made a big hit out of it. And of course, Anthony Lloyd Webber made it famous eventually in a musical pantomime called Technicolor Dreamcoat. Yeah, so Anthony Lloyd Webber, a wonderful entertainer, and so he got involved with that, and Any Dream Will Do. So that summed up the album of that. Okay, now I'm going to sing a song. I'm going to sing one from the album, and as I said, I dedicate this one to my mother, who was born in Albury, called the girl from Albury. There's a girl I used to meet on Friday nights each week on the corner of Dean and Keywell Street. To the pictures we would go, see the picture show, then after at the cafe where we'd eat. With my arms wrapped around her, we were always together. We'd even kissed and hugged the night away. I used to take her home, then the door was always open. She lived with her mum and dad each day. She's the girl from Albury, she's the girl who'd always talk to me whenever I stroll past. Temptation between us, there was love begging for us. The girl from Albury in my heart. The girl from Albury in my heart. There you go, the girl from Albury. That's not all, actually. There's more verses to that, actually. So make sure you order a copy of my new album. It's Good to See You Again. That's on the album, fully backed in the studio. And you can send me email. Send to my email address, which is trev_Dawson 5 at bigpond.com, or you can go to Trevor, which is TREVORHDAWSON at gmail.com. So you can go to either Big Pond or Gmail. It doesn't really matter. Depends what goes through and what doesn't. So, well, there you go. And the question of the day, or for the week. Now, this is to all the lovers out there, really. All the guys and girls, doesn't matter. Okay, what town did you first meet your partner? It could be anywhere. Could be in a city. Could be in Melbourne. Could be in New York. Might be in LA. You might have first met your first husband, your boyfriend in LA. Could have met your boyfriend in Rome, Italy, yeah, or London, anywhere. And same to the boys. Where did you meet your first girl? Could be anywhere. Okay. So that's it for the week, for the day, and I will catch you on my next video. See you next week, and where I will advertise another CD and sing some more songs. Okay, bye bye.